Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'll be sharing with you a day in the life of a poultry farmer. So I'll be sharing with you the activities that we partake on this particular day. And on this day there are so many activities that we did, from feeding our birds to giving them drinking water, that is medicated water, to like packing their litters and also giving them medication. So I'll be sharing every step of this with you today. If you want to know the kind of medications I gave my birds and why I give them those medications, you have to stay tuned till the end of this video, or watch this video to the very end for you to like actually get the hints on that. So guys, welcome back to Farm to Fortune, where passion meets productivity in the world of farming. And if you are just coming across this channel for the very first time, kindly hit the subscribe button and then turn on your bell notification so that you do not miss out anytime we post new content. So this day, these are 4 weeks birds. So these birds are currently 4 weeks and 1 day. The previous day we actually vaccinated them, and then the next day I have to place them on some medications. And on getting to the farm, I realized that we have a cage, that is, their litters is now very wet, and I need to change those litters because number one, these birds are now 4 weeks old, and then at 4 weeks this is the last stage of their life that I will be giving them any form of medication that has withdrawal period. So withdrawal period simply means that medications that when you give them now, you have to wait for a certain period of time, maybe 1 week, 2 weeks, thereabouts, before you can slaughter those birds or before you can sell them off. So at this point in their life, we have to be very careful with their management. You see, we have to be very careful with their management. Management is key in this period because I cannot afford to allow my birds come down with certain diseases like coccidiosis, and as a result of this I have to like change their litters and remove any form of wet litters from their pen, because this can lead to, it can actually cause certain diseases, even CRD, not coccidiosis only. And that is exactly what I am doing here. So on getting to the farm, the first thing I did, as we watched earlier, was that I actually removed their drinkers from the previous day. I have to remove those drinkers and go and wash them later that day. And then if you notice that the first thing I did was like I changed their litter first before feeding them. Why some people will always advise that it is advisable you feed your birds first before you change their litters, before you change their wet litters. But in this case, I prefer to change their litters first before giving them feed. Number one is for the comfort of those birds. If you realize it, it's just like you being in a dirty environment. How will you feel when you are in a dirty environment? You won't feel comfortable. Sure, you understand? So the same thing is applicable to these birds. If they are placed on wet litters, honestly speaking, they are usually not comfortable. When they are on dry litters, you yourself, you actually see the joy those birds will have within them, because they will be very happy, excited, they will be very neat. So in this kind of situations, putting them on a wet litters while feeding them means like it's just like you eating in a dirty environment. So that is number one thing that I did not want to do. And secondly is that from my own part, it is more or less like, this is not the only thing I do. I also have other things that I do, and they're coming here in the morning. If I decide to feed them first, that means I will have to come back to like change their litters. I do not have the time of coming back here to change their litters. I just want to like give them the feed, give them water, and then go about my own day-to-day activities, go and do some other things that I normally do. So as a result of this, I have to like change their litters first, so that but after changing their litters, I give them feed, I give them water, and I just go about my own day-to-day activity. So that is why I am changing their litters first before actually feeding them. So that is the second thing. Then after changing the litters, after removing the wet litters, I had to place new dry litters for them. And you will realize that this period the birds will be doing what we call dust bathing. That is, they will be bathing inside that dust. So that's one kind of behavior that poultry birds they exhibit. And after changing their litters, the next thing I did was to like give them the feed. So give them a balanced feed. As you can see, these birds are 4 weeks, and even from the picture you will realize that, oh, they did excellently well at 4 weeks. They are 4 weeks looking like 5 weeks broiler birds. So these are 4 weeks birds, and 4 weeks and 2 days. Is that 4 weeks and 1 day, or 4 weeks and 2 days? Because I used to give my last vaccination at exactly 4 weeks. So if I did the vaccination the previous day, that means these birds are 4 weeks and 1 day today. And after giving them the feed, the next thing I'm proceeding to is to just go ahead and medicate their water. So like I said initially, that my birds, whenever they clocked 4 weeks, I stopped giving them medications that has withdrawal period. That is, these are medications that when you give them, you have to wait for a certain period of time before you slaughter them, or before you start selling them off. So as a result of this, the birds currently are done with CRD. So as at the time I made this video, these birds, it was during the rainy season. This was even maybe two or three production before now. So it is like during the rainy season when the weather was very cold. So as at that time, these birds are done with CRD. They have CRD at 4 weeks, and I can no longer give them medications like Tylodox, anything that has Tyloxine, Tylodox, Tylospicol, any kind of medications that can be used for CRD that contains certain antibiotics in it. I can no longer use that because it has a withdrawal period of maybe 14 days. That's 2 weeks, and these birds are 4 weeks and some days, and I start slaughtering or processing my birds at exactly 5 weeks. So for the safety, or for my own safety and for the safety of those that will be consuming the chickens they'll be getting from my farm, I do not want to place these birds on any form of antibiotics any longer, or any form of medications that has withdrawal period. So because of that CRD, I'll be placing them on what I call the catchment B. So catchment B is not an antibiotics based drug for chronic respiratory disease. It is more or less like a menthol based drug. It's just like, that you are sneezing, or maybe you have a cough, and the only thing you want to get is maybe get all these kind of sweets, these sweets that has menthol base, that when you lick those sweets, it will clear off your throat and the like. So that is exactly how this particular catchment B works. So it is like a menthol based drug, and it doesn't work for chronic condition of CRD. So if you have a very chronic CRD, it is not advisable for you to use this menthol based drug. It is just used as a form of maybe like a preventive measures, or when you are just seeing the symptoms is very early. So if you have a chronic if your birds are down with very chronic respiratory disease, I will advise you place them on antibiotics based medication, and all you just have to do is that you have to increase, maybe let's say for example, as my birds are 4 weeks now, if they have a very chronic respiratory disease, they are down with a very chronic respiratory disease, and I need to place them on antibiotics based medications, that means I will not be processing those birds at 5 weeks. I would have to extend their processing period till when they are 6 weeks. Please, this is very important for you to do, because of the safety of people that will be consuming this chicken, or people that will be buying these chickens from you, because we now have what we call, just to avoid what you call antibiotics resistance, as it is a very crazy condition that it is not even advisable for you to do that, because antibiotic resistance is a very crazy thing. It's just like maybe you place your drugs on doxycycline now, and then you do not follow the withdrawal period. So you just, let's take for example, you medicated your birds with antibiotics like doxycycline for example today now, and then you slaughter your birds maybe tomorrow or maybe 3 days after. There will still be residue of those antibiotics on those chicken. So whosoever is consuming chicken will be consuming some parts of the doxycycline, and if those doxycycline enter the system of the human body, and then if they do not have any underlying infection that doxycycline will work on. It is going to like form a resistance in the body of that person. So maybe in the future, if that person now comes down with an infection that requires antibiotics, so when they carry out certain tests, maybe antibiotics sensitivity test on that person, and they realize that the person can form resistance to doxycycline, which means that when that person needs that doxycycline antibiotics to treat certain infection maybe in the future, that doxycycline will no longer work on that human body. So now imagine if that is the only antibiotics that is required by that human being to like actually survive that particular infection. That person is going to die, as it is from your own part. This is just from you doing, from your own negligence of. So that is why it is very, very important and advisable for you to always follow the withdrawal period of any medications that you are using, so that it's not going to have a negative effect on the human part. Remember that you are not only doing these chickens for the chicken's sake, you are not doing this alone for you just to make money. You also want to consider the health of whosoever is consuming this chicken. And so after giving, that is why I'm now using catchment B for them, because this is going to help, like it's going to help manage the CR depending the time that we will start processing them. And aside that, I also gave them multivitamin. This is catch provide. So like I said initially, that these pets were vaccinated a day before I made this video. So they were vaccinated, that is giving them the last dose of the Gumboro vaccine. And then today I have to place them on multivitamin because they are sneezing. They have CRD, mild one, not a very chronic one. That is why I placed them on catchment B. I hope you understand. And that's all for today. So all I just have to do right now is that take those water after withdrawing the catchment B and the catch provide together. I give it to them inside their water, mix it for them, and then take it back to the pen and give the birds the water for them to drink. And that's all for today. So this is the main activities I did today on this day, that very morning. And then maybe subsequent time I will just have to come back and change their water when they are done drinking. And at night or in the evening stroke night, I will have to give them the last part of their food. So they are currently 4 weeks now, and this is not a period for them to be feeding non-stop. So you just have to feed. I feed them twice a day, in the morning and at night. And that's all for today. So guys, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.